In putting together my thoughts for today, I remembered one of your most romantic gestures towards Karen. You were graduating from your cybersecurity master's program at Boston College, and somehow you convinced BC to give Karen an honorary degree on official letterhead as a way to express your gratitude to Karen for her support. As Karen said at the time, who does that? You do that, and I love that you do.
You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. From that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making commitments in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held in a car, or over a meal, or during long walks. All of those conversations that began with, when we're married, and continued with, I will, and you will, and we will, and all of those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things, and more, are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know all of those things that we promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant it all, every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time.
Matt, I am so thankful to marry you today. As I thought of all the reasons why I love you, it kept boiling down to, you are my happiness. You are a beacon of fun, unconditional love, and unyielding loyalty. You defy life's seriousness with your ridiculous and interactive fun.
Karen. We're finally here. Doesn't seem like long ago that we had our first date. There was one too many bad jokes until the waterworks started. I soon found out after that, not only do bad jokes make Karen cry, but things like Grey's Anatomy compilations on YouTube. I also learned over the coming months what an incredible person you are. How you cherish your friends, family, and all your relationships. Until that night, I never met someone I'd been so in sync with. You make me the best version of myself, and I'll always try and be that person for you.
So I met Matt in the fall of 2007, early in each of our freshman years at Wesleyan, when we both pledged Wesleyan's chapter of the Delta Kappa Epsilon fraternity. As I predicted, the process itself was quite annoying and disruptive to my life at the time, as hazing tends to be. But I soon realized that this football guy, Maloney, was pretty damn funny. Karen can party like a rock star, and she can also fall asleep like a newborn. Which is an important balance to strike when you spend a lot of nights with Matt. On more than one occasion, I've witnessed Karen sleeping soundly while Matt kept the party going just a few feet away.
I am Karen's twin sister, Paula, and before Matt entered the picture, I was Karen's person, and she was mine. Karen loves quotes, has always loved quotes. On a few occasions, I've heard Karen quote the English poet Lord Byron, who said, "To have joy, you must share it. Happiness was born a twin." And that is precisely what life with Karen was like. When we graduated, Karen gave me a carefully curated collection of some of my biggest, most formative moments as observed through her eyes. A gift that preserved some of my most precious memories and our times together. So as I discovered Matt, I hope you know that you will never be lonely by Karen's side. And today, on your wedding day, I think we can all officially agree that it is Matt who is your forever person And Lord Byron was right. To have joy, you must share it. Nobody's better at that than you two are.
Oh, geez. We've been nearly inseparable from the very beginning. We make an incredible team and balance each other out perfectly. For instance, when your first instinct is to dial 911, mine is to say, Karen, don't dial 911.
It is not as though your unbridled fun comes from a lack of hardship. Like all of us, you have your share of stresses and uncertainties. While you face these things head on, you don't let them rule you or change what's great about you. You live your life with a sense of lightness, a quiet confidence, and an openness.
Matt, you may kiss the bride.
When it comes to us, the thing I love most about you is the way you always show up. You bring your whole self, your attention, your energy, your love. With you, I feel prioritized and cherished. Endless examples of this come to mind. There are the big gestures, like the magic mirror, the weekend you planned for my 30th, and the perfect way you proposed. And there are the little things that stand out as the big things. The way you give me a big smile, and I love you so much, first thing every morning.
I see us continuing traditions and the things that make us the most happy. Hanging with family and friends, long walks in Charlestown, more hearty laughs, and to be honest, probably a cavity or two. It's hard to imagine things getting better than they are now, but I'm sure they will.
In closing, I just wanted to share a quick anecdote when Matt and Karen joined Meg and I at a bar in Somerville to celebrate her birthday with a small group of friends, most of whom hadn't met Matt and Karen before. And right after Matt and Karen left, Meg's cousin, Emily, turns to us and says, "Wow, I don't think I've ever met a couple that's so perfect for one another." Apparently she noticed as Karen intercepted the dessert tray right before it got to Matt, ignoring his pleas for key lime pie and skillfully defending against his prodding fork while she verified with the waitress that nothing on the tray had tree nuts in it. I think this perfectly encapsulates Matt and Karen's relationship, and I couldn't agree more with Emily's assessment. You guys are truly perfect for one another.
You make my life bright. You make my life full. You've shown me levels of happiness I didn't know were possible. I'm in awe of the way you live. And I'm grateful that I'll be able to witness it and share in it for the rest of our lives.